chosen walk the hard road. This is a message on fire, solitude, and the making of a pearl. The mystery of the narrow way. Chosen ones are rarely introduced to ease. They are initiated through resistance. Matthew 7 verses 13 to 14 says this, "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it." Difficulty is not evidence of abandonment. It is often the first proof of election. If the chosen walked the easy road, they would dissolve into it. Ease would blur discernment. Comfort would anesthetize calling. God does not waste destiny by placing it where it will not be challenged. The pearl principle. Why pain is involved. Consider the oyster. When a grain of sand enters into an oyster, it does not belong there. It irritates. It wounds. The oyster cannot eject it, so it does something else entirely. It coats the irritant layer by layer with nacre. Slowly, patiently, relentlessly. What began as intrusion becomes beauty. What began as pain becomes value. The pearl is born. This is not romance. This is process. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. According to Romans 8 verse 28, the pearl does not come despite the irritation. It comes because of it. Chosen lives are formed the same way. Why the chosen are born into friction. Many chosen ones are born into environments that feel hostile to their spirit. Families that wound instead of nurture. Systems that confuse instead of guide. This is not coincidence. If love had been simple, you might never have questioned it. If safety had been guaranteed, you might never have searched for truth. If answers had been handed to you, discernment would have remained dormant. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 elaborates this very well. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you." Sanctification precedes comfort. Calling precedes explanation. Friction awakens what ease leaves asleep. Solitude. The classroom of the chosen. Chosen ones are repeatedly separated. Not always physically, but internally. You feel different. You see what others excuse. You cannot pretend ignorance. This produces solitude. Hosea 2 verse 14 illustrates this quite well. "I will allure her, will bring her into the wilderness, and speak comfort to her." God does his clearest work in quiet places. Joseph was isolated in a pit and a prison. Moses was stripped in Midian. David was shaped in caves. Elijah was fed alone by ravens. Jesus was driven into the wilderness. Solitude is not rejection. It is preservation. Crowds dilute calling. Noise interrupts refinement. The fire of refinement. Chosen ones do not merely endure hardship. They endure repeated fire. Battles that should have ended them, but didn't. Losses that stripped identity, but revealed essence. It is written in Malachi 3 verse 3, "He shall sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver." Refining is deliberate. The refiner heats the metal until impurities rise. Then he schemes them away. Again, and again, and again. The process ends only when the refiner can see his reflection in the metal. That the genuineness of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perishes, though it is tested by fire, may be found to praise, honor, and glory, according to 1 Peter 1 verse 7. Fire does not destroy what is genuine. It exposes what is false. Preserved through battles that should have ended you. Look back honestly. There were moments you should not have survived. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Yet you are still standing. We are hard-pressed on every side, yet not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. 2 Corinthians 4 verses 8 to 9 is the evidence of this principle. Preservation is not absence of blows. It is survival with purpose intact. God does not merely rescue chosen ones from fire. Often, he keeps them in it until the work is done. He has already assured you in Isaiah 43 verse 2, "When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned. nor shall the flames scorch you. Why the easy way would have destroyed you. Ease creates dependence on circumstance. Difficulty creates dependence on God. If everything had gone smoothly, you might have trusted systems instead of the Spirit of God, approval instead of truth, comfort instead of obedience. 1 Samuel 2 verse 9 proclaims, "By strength no man shall prevail." The easy road inflates ego. The hard road crucifies it. And only a crucified ego can carry authority without corruption. The breaking of generational chains. Chosen ones are often born at fault lines in family history. They feel pain others normalized. They question cycles others repeated. Ezekiel 18 verse 20 states very clearly that the son shall not bear the guilt of the father. Awareness is interruption. You were not placed in dysfunction to continue it. You were placed there to end it. The pearl does not resemble the sand that wounded it. The refined gold does not look like the ore it came from. Transformation proves separation. The cost of seeing clearly. Chosen ones lose illusions early. You cannot believe fairy tales about people. You cannot pretend evil is harmless. You cannot stay asleep. John 8 verse 32 says, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." Truth is freedom, but first it is loss. Loss of innocence. Loss of denial. Loss of comfort. But what replaces illusion is clarity. And clarity is power. Still standing. The sign of completion, not arrival. If you are still standing, it is not because the battle ended. It is because refinement worked. Remember Ephesians 6 verse 13. Having done all to stand. Standing does not mean finished. It means proven. Like gold that has endured the furnace. Like a pearl that has completed its layers. The irritation did not win. The fire did not consume you. The solitude did not erase you. It clarified you. The final revelation. Chosen ones walk the hard road. Not because God is cruel, but because destiny is delicate. It must be protected from arrogance, from imitation, from premature exposure. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 27 emphasizes this point. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise, and the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty. You were not delayed. You were developed. You were not punished. You were prepared. The pearl required time. The gold required fire. And you required both. Closing declaration. The difficult way did not disqualify you. It authenticated you. You are still here because the refiner stayed seated. You are still standing because the nacre kept layering. You are still becoming because God does not abandon what He selects. Your assurance is in Philippians 1 verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that He who has begun a good work in you will complete it. The road was hard, because the calling is weighty, and weighty things must be forged, not handed out.